Give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet
I
next
don't
to me.
give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta sell them through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Well, hello, everyone. What did you think about that crazy intro, if you haven't seen it already? I bet my guest behind stage is probably like, what am I getting myself into? Anyway, I have a co-host tonight, and it is the person that put all of this together. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her up now. She knows this person a lot better than I do. I just met him a little bit ago, but I did read about him and stuff like that. But I am going to bring my co-host up here so that she can, and all of you know her, so that she can talk to us a little bit before we bring him up. Here's Emmy McKenzie, PDX Paranormal. Woot woot!
Hey everyone, making sure my mic's on and stuff. How is everyone tonight? How is everyone tonight?
I'm doing okay. I know I'm sitting here waiting for an audience to start talking to us.
I know, right?
Yeah. Like everybody's gonna talk to us all of a sudden.
I know. She's like, I'm hearing voices. You know, and I want to tell people who are actually on the YouTube side. Sometimes it defaults into 360 or 320. Click on that little gear, and then click up to 7. Whatever it is, 7 something, and that way you get a better view. Otherwise, we look blurry. But if you want us to look blurry, that's still fine too. We don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. So I have not me. I'm sorry, Patty. I think I'm pointing to you. I don't know.
You too, though. You helped me put this together. So I got to give you credit for this.
Because we want to get you back up,
I know.
and I got you out on the Paralinks Plus to get you going there tonight. We want you back up on, doing your podcasts and stuff.
Right.
Patty is my, I don't like calling co-host. Thank you, Thomas. But she's my host. She's my host with me that will be on Friday nights, and so join us there. We haven't figured out when she wanted to do hers, but I figured let's just kickstart her in the butt and get her going on this. And
That's right. Yep.
So the guy we have down below. Oh shit! Look at Howard.
Howard.
Yeah, and there's so we have
Hey Heather.
a special guest, a very special guest.
Yes, very special guest.
He's a great guy. I've interviewed him. I've talked with him behind the scenes, and he's just a big old teddy bear. His name is Rick McCallum. Round of applause!
Woo! Hi, Rick.
Yay for me!
Look, he brought his only fan.
I know, I see it. You have your only fan back there. Is that you got to have more fans than that? Come on.
So Rick, I know what you do. Patty knows what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, what do you do?
Well, as little as possible, actually.
Well, okay. Besides that, no. Okay. First off, let's start with you. Are in you because you come with your own shirt, and a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew this. Hollywood Ghost Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little group I formed with my best friend Kane Hodder, who actually played Jason Voorhees in 4 of the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we got another guy to come in with us, Ari Mihailoff, who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw 3.
Wow.
I personally have done about 75 movies, probably about 30 horror movies along with Kane.
Yeah.
And we were in Mansfield prison shooting a movie and found out that we both had an interest in ghost hunting. So off we went. We started ghost hunting in that place, and that place is pretty damn haunted. So,
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's neat how things work out, isn't it? Kind of came together. Hey there, Austin. Hey, Rachel.
So-
hey, everyone.
How long have you been with your team again?
well, about long damn time. About 12 years. About 12 years, I think.
That is a long damn time.
But
And you're
you know,
also. Go ahead.
we haven't been able to ghost hunt for a couple of years because when we first started this, we all lived about 20 miles apart. Now we're in 3 different states.
Oh Jesus! So let's
Yeah,
go
so
ghost
it,
hunt now.
You know, it gets a little bit harder, and
Yeah.
I actually spend quite a bit of time in Scotland.
Ooh,
That's right.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah,
I bet it's
I
beautiful.
was lucky enough to meet a group called Scottish Paranormal, which to me, now I've been around for a long time, been with a lot of groups, and I would say they are easily the best I've ever seen.
Huh.
And fortunately, they actually made me a lifetime member, and they also put me in their Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's nice.
The only reason I say that is because I'm not in any other Hall of Fames, and I will brag.
Hey, that's
And you're
kind of
gonna be
nice to
going
be in a
back.
Hall of Fame.
You're going back next year, right? Or this year or next year? No, this year.
This year, in
This
June.
year, yeah.
I'm actually going with 4 of my friends, and we're going to go hunt the hell out of those castles. Might bring a couple
Oh.
of ghosts back for you in my suitcase.
He also met. Well, he hasn't met Jenny in person, but Jenny from Ireland also interviewed
Oh,
him too.
Okay.
Same, it's Jens.
Yeah, just Jenny from Ireland.
Yeah.
That's all we say.
Yep.
Actually, I'm leading a tour to Ireland next year in September.
Oh, wow.
So anybody out there that's looking for that, hit me up and I'll send you some info because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow, that's.
I'm going to travel to the UK
When?
in 2025. In 2025, I'm going to meet up with Jenny from Ireland. And so, see, maybe we can collab with you then too.
Well, Couldn't hurt.
We'll talk about that. Right?
Yeah, that's on my bucket list too. I would love to go there.
My problem is I have a bucket list, but I've got like the 1.5 gallon stainless steel one from Sears. I've got the plastic one from Walmart.
Some of them got the holes in it. No.
Yeah.
I think I was unclear on the concept when I started that.
I think all mine have holes in it.
But if you don't have any holes, I could put some in there for you.
Speaking of knives,
like-
I heard that you were also in Friday the 13th. Was it Friday the 13th or you told me earlier?
No, it was.
What was it?
Which one was it? Oh my God. Come on, Patty.
Jason? Something about Jason or
No, I didn't have anything to do with the Friday the 13th movie.
Nightmare on Elm
Okay,
Street?
on Elm Street.
No,
Yeah. No?
No.
Oh.
no. I did. I played the werewolf in Darkwolf.
Okay.
I played the monster in Deepstar Six.
Oh,
I was in all 4 of the Hatchet movies.
That's what Hatchet. I'm sorry, I was like confused. And it was his friend that played Oh no.
What happened to him? Oh, there he is.
I hit him. I know.
Oh.
I'm so
She just threw you right down into the basement.
I got ejected from the show. Holy Christ.
No, it was his friend that I was thinking that was okay.
Okay.
So now,
Okay.
yeah, there we go.
Kane is the guy that did all the
Yes.
Jason stuff.
Okay.
That's where I got confused.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah. It's well, you know, I double him in a lot of stuff. And it's not because he can't do it, but because he's a good actor. Sometimes he plays 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if he actually has to be with the first unit, then they just send a big chunk of meat like me out there to do the other part.
You're way taller than him, though.
No, not that much.
What are you, like 6'4"?
Yeah.
You said 6'5", something like that?
6'4". Kane and I are, the reason I double him is because we're very close.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't think he was that tall.
Wow.
I'm
So
5'4", so everybody's taller than me.
How long have you been in acting? How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've retired now because I need 2 knee replacements.
Oh,
So-
no.
I actually asked him, I said, if you're going to replace my knees, can I have Michael Jordan's? Because he's not doing anything with them right now. They didn't like my attitude. I was in the stunt business for about 42 years.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stunt business.
Yeah, did roughly 75 TV shows and movies and other things. I mean, I've been lucky. I got to do stunt coordinate the Walking Dead webisode that won the Streamy Award. That was pretty cool.
That's nice. My grandkids love The Walking Dead. They've watched it all of it.
Well, the guy that's one of the bigwigs in it, Greg Nicotero, he was the guy who made the monster in Deepstar Six. So I've known him since 1989.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, long time.
Yeah, that is a very long time. Yeah.
A long time.
Yep. Wow.
And you've also written a book, which 2. Wait.
Ooh.
No, but there was one when I interviewed you. Did you get that second one out?
Yes. I did indeed. It's called The Spirits Are Out There and They're Waiting for You.
Oh.
You specifically, Emmy.
I bought your first book. I went and specifically got that because you're supposed to sign that for me. I forgot. I didn't realize the second one. No, I don't think you told people that one yet. I think you were holding it.
Maybe
We'd
he
have
was
to go
working
back
on
and
it.
look.
No, it's been out for a while. It's been out for about a year.
Huh.
I didn't get that book.
Well, get it. It's on Amazon. Come on now.
I got the other one. What, The Ghost Believes in Me? I think that's it.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yes, that's the one I got.
Which, by the way, won the Paranormal Book of the Year award.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the other thing is that, just so people know, if you buy my book, I give the profits to St. Jude Hospital here.
Yes.
Oh, that is so awesome. Yes. Good for you. That is
Yes.
awesome. That is very sweet.
Well,
And I
somebody
was
needs
gonna-
to do it.
I know, right? Somebody does. Yeah. That's awesome.
Also, David Omen is in that book too, and the Omen House.
Hmm.
Been there many, many times.
So tell us about it, because I know I've never been there, and a lot of people in the audience probably have never been there either. So tell us about the Omen House. I always hear so much about it. Is it really creepy?
First off, it's the Omen, Oman. That's his name. It's not like
okay.
Damien the Omen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. David,
Okay.
That's David's name.
Okay, gotcha.
He's about 75 yards from where his house is, about 75 yards away from where the Manson family killed Sharon Tate and everybody else.
Okay.
And his place is very haunted. You know, it's yeah. I've had a lot of stuff happen there.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we would. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
We were there one time, and his house is 3 stories right on the side of a hill, and we were all there was 14 of us because I had a whole bunch of my team there. Kane was there, RA was there, Adam Green was there, the director of Hatchet and all those. My friend Richard, who directed me in a lot of movies. We were all there, and we heard everybody was downstairs in the basement. And we heard heavy footsteps going down the hallway on the 2nd floor, right? So we're all looking, and my friend Robert Pendergraft was standing there, who, by the way, does all the special effects stuff for Hatchet movies. And he looks around, and we're all saying, there's something up there. And he goes upstairs, and he comes back down, and it's a spiral staircase that he has to come down. And as he gets almost to the bottom, we hear what sounds like a very large person jumping and stomping on the floor with both feet as hard as they can. It's like boom, boom. And we actually have it on video where everybody at the same time goes, Robert, there's somebody, and everybody's pointing at the ceiling. So Robert goes up and I go up, right? And Robert's all the way down the hall. And I come down there, and Robert is about 6'5" and about 300 pounds, right? And he ain't afraid of much, right?
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
We get down there. I catch up to him, and he goes, man, he says, I've never been scared like that before. I said, well, what happened? He said, when I got up here, I heard the footsteps going that way. So I followed them. He says, and they stopped inside the laundry room. He says, and as I was standing there, I heard them run up on me from behind. So it was like it lured him into a trap, that was very interesting. Another one, we were standing there, and he has on the outside of his house, he's got stairs that go down along the side of his house. And we heard somebody walking on the steps out there. So Robert and I step outside, and I go out on the landing, and then the stairs go down, and there's like a flight of stairs up. So I'm standing in the middle of the stairs. Robert goes downstairs and around, and I'm standing there. And there's a lot of leaves on the stairs because it's fall. And I'm standing there looking down there, and I hear crunch, 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 crunch coming down the stairs very clearly. And I turn around, and the crunches come all the way to the stair right in front of me, and they stop. And I just looked up and I went, hi. And nothing else happened, but I heard Robert behind me just laughing like crazy because he had seen what had happened. So it's a really haunted place.
Okay, I was going to ask you that because
there.
I always hear so much about that place, and I've never been there, and I've always.
Well, he's invited us, Patty, so we gotta go and.
Well, where are you guys at exactly?
I'm in Oregon. I'm right above you.
I'm in Florida.
Well, you're like my team.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the thing is, I usually fly to her, and then we travel up and down the coast and stuff.
Yeah. I'm down here in Florida.
I am going to go to Wolf Creek sometime very shortly.
Now, where's that?
It's in Oregon.
Oh, it is in Oregon. Okay. Well, hey, there you go, Emmy.
It's Northeast Oregon, isn't it?
No, it's in southern Oregon.
Wolf Creek.
not too far from Gold Hill and Grants
Okay, I
Pass.
know where Gold Hills.
Mhm.
I know where that's at.
Oh.
And I used to live in that area when I was a little kid.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? We never talked about this.
Yeah, I used to live in a place called Sam's Valley, right next to the pond that my dad actually built, and between the Table Rock Mountains.
Oh,
So
Do you know where that is, Emmy?
I've
I don't know
heard of
anything
that.
about
Yeah.
Oregon. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm Northern Oregon. I'm
Okay.
Pacific Northwest and stuff.
Well,
but
Mhm.
if you like ghost hunting, Wolf Creek Inn is the real deal.
I will have to check it
Hmm.
out.
What I was up
When
there.
are you going to be there?
I don't know. Because I got a lot of stuff coming up. This
You
weekend,
do.
this coming weekend, I'm going to be in Tombstone, where I'm going to be leading the investigations in Boot Hill. That should be interesting.
Mhm.
And then in June, I'm going with 4 people to Scotland for almost a month.
Wow.
And then I'll come back and I may take a run up to Wolf Creek. I mean, it's 750 miles from here, so it's not like right across the street.
Yeah.
I
But-
was supposed to meet you in Tombstone, but I decided, I'm sorry, I'd rather go to Penhurst. I'm sorry.
Look at her.
He's like, fine.
Oh, he's
I'm
pissed now.
sorry.
Look at him.
I'm so sorry. I really wanted to, but Penhurst, I guess they're closing it down.
Are they?
They're tearing it down. Yes, no, don't cry. It's okay. We will meet. You know what? We're gonna meet. We're gonna
And he's
definitely
like,
meet.
don't
'Cause
cry.
I got that book. I have the book, and I got the marker.
Whoa.
Actually, I have it in my bag that I was going to go to Tombstone with.
Taking you off his list. That's so funny. Oh God.
He's probably contacting Bruce right now. He's like, Bruce, I don't want to. Oh, speaking of Facebook, I'm supposed to tell people because David Omen got kicked off of Facebook, so he doesn't want
Really?
people to think that he blocked everyone. Because I was like, one day we were supposed to meet up, and I was like, dude, I'm blocked. And so I went to his YouTube channel and left him a message. I'm like, did you block me or what?
Oh,
So he didn't block you. Just let you know.
That has happened to quite a few people that I know.
mhm.
I mean, my friend Kat Hobson, I think you know who she is.
Mhm.
She's with Fate Magazine Radio, one of my best friends, and she's been blocked from Facebook. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
So many people have. I know a lot of people too that have been blocked.
So yeah, just so you can get him on Instagram. He said, the Omen House on his Instagram.
I'll
If
just
you
call
want to
it.
talk to him. Well, yeah, but see, yeah, okay. I just wanted to let you know you weren't blocked. Because he's like, tell people I didn't block them. I'm
That's
like, okay.
funny.
So it's like everybody I've had on the show, I had to tell. He didn't block.
So
you. It's okay.
what's your favorite place that you've ever investigated? Do you have a favorite?
Got a lot of favorites actually, but
Yeah.
the one that I really like going to is Balgony Castle in Scotland.
Ooh, I would love to go to a castle. God.
Well, there's only 5,000 of them in that little country of. No,
I've
seriously,
heard.
there's 5,000 castles
My
in
God.
Scotland.
Wow.
At least
And how
that's
many
what-
have you gone to?
What's that?
How many castles have you gone to?
I've probably gone to 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, if we lived in Scotland, Emmy, we would never run out of stuff to do.
I know,
Oh, no.
right?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We were in Edinburgh, me and a girl named Lori Dorsey, because she stayed over a couple more days after the last time we were there. And I said, come on, I'm going to take you up to Calton Hill. Now, Calton Hill in Edinburgh is on the top of the mountain, and you can look across and see Edinburgh Castle and everything down. I mean, it's really gorgeous. And all of the monuments, well, not all of them, but a good portion of them are up on Calton Hill.
Mhm.
When you walk up to get up there, because it's a hill, it's all asphalt. It's just a walkway, and it's got a handrail down the middle. And Lori's walking ahead of me, and she had bad feet, so I was walking behind her in case she slipped or something. I could snag her, right? And as we're walking up, I hear somebody right over my shoulder go, "Pardon me," with kind of an attitude. And I was about ready to change his mind real quickly, and I turned around. and it's about 75 yards down, and there's hedges. Nobody there.
Oh, wow.
Right? And I just looked up. I said, Lori, did you hear anything? She goes, oh, I heard somebody go, pardon me. And I said, turn around and look. She goes, there's nobody here.
Oh, my God. That's so cool. I love it when stuff like that happens.
So I kind of got bitched out by a ghost for going too slow, I guess.
Hey there, Bad to the Bone. How you doing?
Sorry, I was arguing with my Alexa.
So, you have any? Yeah, good. You go ahead. Your turn now.
No, go ahead. Nope. I'm giving
I'm just
you
trying to
the range.
Oh, okay. Are you going to be in any more movies? Doing any more acting or anything like that? Are you kind of retired that now?
No, I have decided that with my knees, because when I come back to Scotland, I'm going to have the surgery on it.
Gotcha.
And that's, plus I'm not exactly 25 anymore.
Wait, you're younger than me.
You caca. Horse-hooey.
What?
He said
that's what I say. Horse-hooey.
No, you're not that much older than me, though. Honestly, we talked about this.
What's that?
You're not that much older than me.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Well, let's put it this way. I've been around since the Dead Sea was only sick. Okay. Hey, my first job, I was a waiter at the Last Supper. Let me tell you.
I'm so old, I owe Jesus $1. I'm so old, I fart dust.
See, now Patty's way older than us.
I was born in 61.
She's not anywhere near older than me.
I was born in 61. I don't care how people know how old I am. I'm
a lot older than you, so hush.
Okay. Well, you know what? I feel good because you know why? I'm always the oldest one in the bunch. Oh, this just made my night. So you're older than me. Thank you.
I am indeed.
Okay.
So I have put myself out to pasture for falling down the stairs anymore. I mean, I still fall down the stairs, but that's just by accident.
Yeah. Oh, wait, am I?
So I was going to ask. So, is your whole team going to go with you when you go to Ireland, or is it just going to be you?
Just me and whoever's coming with me. And what's really nice is it's next year in September, and 9 people have already signed up. So that's a lot of people for a year and a half ahead.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, Patty.
I know.
Patty.
Come on, Patty.
And I'll tell you the nice thing about it. She takes time payments, so you can pay it off over the course of a year and a half.
Oh, now that's so. Wait. I know what I want to say. You're getting your YouTube channel up and running.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is your YouTube channel name?
I don't have one yet.
You haven't made one yet?
No, I just decided the other night, like 2 nights ago, to do it. Although I have been taking a lot of things and putting them into a YouTube folder so that when I get ready to do it, I got stuff to put up.
You got stuff. Well, you know what? Keep going because we got people here that would be like, want to check you out, want to watch your videos.
Yep.
You've done things. A lot of people love watching our videos because some people are trapped into their homes and they can't go out and they want to. Yeah. So your videos, they would love it.
I've got some very interesting videos. Let's just put it that way. I will tell you a story, though. This is just kind of cool. First time we went to Balgony Castle, the Laird. See, now the difference between Scotland and Ireland, in Scotland, the Lord of the Manor is called a Laird, and in Ireland, they're called a Lord. So there is a difference. But the Laird there was probably in his mid-80s, I guess. And for some reason, he took a real liking to me. And I had just fallen in the forest and really screwed up my knee bad. And we were talking, and just everything he was saying was fascinating, right? And I told him, too, I said, you know what? You must be as fascinated with the Knights Templar as I am. right? And he goes, why is that? I said, all the swords are Knights Templar. All the flags are Knights Templar. I said, there's a lot of Knights Templar influence that I can see. He goes, yeah, that's true. So after we were done, he tells me, he goes like this. He goes, by the way, the Scottish Paranormal guys are like the in-house ghost hunting group. You know, they bring a lot of ghost hunting people over there and things like that. And it was my first time there. And he says to me, because we've been talking and the guys are going, come on, we got to get to ghost hunting. Come on. You know, me and the Laird were bonding. But he asked me, he goes, can you get up 3 flights of stairs with that leg? I said, you got a handrail? He goes, yes. Yeah, I can do it. So he goes, come on, I'm going to show you my private residence. Now, we go up to this private residence, and it's amazing. It's one of those places, you know, it's all stone, of course, because it's very old castle. And it's got that huge fireplace, right? You know, the gigantic fireplaces. It's got all his books up and everything else. But the man is a very skilled person. And there were 31 previous lairds of the manor. And he painted their family crests into the ceiling, all 31 of them. Oh, wow. And I mean, they're like this big each. They're like this big each. And he painted them all into the ceiling. But anyway, to get to the heart of the matter, after we got done ghost hunting, and the place is very haunted. It's really cool. As I was leaving, he goes, Rick, come over here. And I said, okay, what? He goes, can you keep a secret? And I said, yeah. And he goes, good. So he tells me something, and I just went, what? And he goes, true. And I said, what? And he goes, no, it's true. And I said, you got to be shitting me, dude. And he goes, no. So then COVID hit, and then I came back, and I was back there to do a live stream event with Dark Zone. Now, the people that I brought with me were the people who pretty much originated ghost hunters. And Jay also started Ghost Mine. He also, I mean, he's as locked in with the paranormal as could be. So he filmed us doing, you know, actually ghost hunting at Dalgony Castle. It's really pretty cool. It's on Dark Zone, but Dark Zone, they're redoing their website. So when it comes back up, I mean, it's got all kinds of great content. So put that down, darkzone.com. But anyway. Dark Zone.
Not dark.com. No, never mind. I'm just going to shut up.
My prayers have been answered.
I will shut up.
But anyway, listen to this. I come back a couple years later, and I've got these guys with me. We've all done the ghost hunt. Well, the Laird is getting older, and he's nearing his time. Let's put it that way. And he's got a hospital bed down in his place. He doesn't stay on the 3rd floor anymore. Now he's on the ground floor. And this guy is so cool because he was a woodworker, you know, all this stuff. You know, he carved all the doors in the castle. All the real ornamental things in the castle. I mean, very talented man. Tell pretty girls to quit saying they like me. I get all kinds of deluded. But anyway, we're all standing there, and there's like 5 of us, and he's in his bed. And what's funny is right next to us, the man had built his own coffin. Okay? And he has etched in the side the year he was born, so that when he passes away, all they have to do is put him into the coffin and put the year. Right? I mean, this guy is so cool. But anyway, we're all standing there, and I didn't think that he would recognize me after, it was like over 2 years. And he was an elderly man in his 90s now. And we're all standing there, and he's talking to them, and he looks up and he sees me, and he goes, and he puts his hand up, right? And I put my hand out, and he grabs my hand and he pulls me down. So I leaned down and I said something. He said something back to me. And being the manly man that I am, I went, I got to go outside. It's really dusty. Right? So,
It's up in my eyes.
yeah, I kind of teared up because it remembered me. But a week later, everybody left the next day except for me. And they had another ghost hunt that I was being the celebrity ghost hunter. I guess everybody else was busy.
You're the last minute man.
Yeah,
No,
Rick, he's never doing anything. But anyway, I go back there, and at the end of the night, me and Gregor, who's one of the founders of Scottish Paranormal, were the only two in the castle. And we're talking to him. And as I start to leave, he goes, "You want to know the other half of the secret?" And I said, "You only told me half the secret?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, yeah." And he tells me the other half. I said, "You got to be messing with me, damn it." he goes, "No, it's the truth." Well, sadly, he has passed away. Right?
I'm so sorry.
And I don't mind saying this because what he told me is in his obituary. Right? There actually are living Knights Templar around the world. Okay? And he was actually the leader of all of them. So, in a way, I was actually speaking to the Grand Master of the Knights Templar, who was a buddy.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
That is so cool.
How cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
So,
as cool as meeting me. Oh,
no,
my
well,
mic's
maybe.
still on.
Well, no, nothing beats meeting Emmy. But that was one of the reasons that was my favorite place, just because the
That's
Laird was
cool.
there and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, though, I get asked on podcasts all the time, "What's haunted in Scotland?" And I'll just say, "Scotland. Didn't you see Braveheart?" That's how they fought. They fought face to face. I mean, they fought to where you could smell what the guy had for lunch as you were killing him.
Wow.
And you think that doesn't leave some energy around?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wasn't it you? Yes, it was you. You were telling me just walking to Lep Castle, you can feel the energy outside.
Well, the last story in my book, if you ever got to the end of it, you would have read it.
I think I did, but I have bad memory. Like I did.
No, you're close. Something really bad happened to me at Lep Castle.
Okay, that's
And it didn't have anything to do with Lep Castle. Lep Castle is a perfectly fine place to go to, and it's haunted. And the guy, the Lord there, is a fantastic guy. But what had happened? I know it sounds like BS, but in my book, if anybody is interested in getting it, it's on Amazon. Both of them are.
What's the name of
get
it?
him, you guys.
That's Ghosts Believe in Me, and then the spirits are out there. But all you have to do is look up my name, and then you'll see the books. But
I didn't touch any buttons. Patty
What
did.
happened? What did I do? What the
It's
heck
I got
okay.
did
it. I got it, Patty. I didn't do it. I got it.
scared me. I was trying to type something. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
anyway, here anytime in my book, if somebody else was right there and something really unique happened, I let them tell me their version too, and I put it in the book.
Yeah.
Right? And I actually put gray behind them so you could tell it's someone else speaking other than me. And that I think that adds a lot of validity to what happens when somebody else who is standing there tells the same story or similar.
Right.
Um,
Oh yeah.
But what happened was we had gone to a different castle before we went to Lep. And a couple of the guys kept getting a pain behind their right eye, right? And as we were driving back, I never get this. As a matter of fact, Gregor, one of the guys that's in the book, he just said, Rick just said, "I got a real bad feeling about this," right? Which I never say. And we got there, and it was about 11 at night. We were about maybe half an hour too early because they had a party still going. We were waiting for them to come out. And we're on the road out in front of the castle. And it's exactly what you'd think in wide open Ireland. It's all green. There's nothing around you. There's a castle, right? That's it.
Right.
And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, the other guys, they all, because it's a couple hours we were in the car, they all ran over to the bushes. And then when they were done, they all got back in the car. They said, "Rick, in the car." I said, "No, man, it's nice and windy and kind of cool out here. Reminds me of growing up in Chicago." Right? I'm going to stand out here, going to stretch and stuff. And all of a sudden, I felt, the way I described it, it felt like a spear went through my right eye and out the back of my head. And I mean, it buckled my knees. The pain was like getting punched by Mike Tyson. I mean, I buckled my knees and I started staggering across the street backwards.
Oh my God.
And I looked down at the ground. I said, "Well, one thing you know how to do is fall down. So why don't you just go down there while you can control it?" And I started to go down. And I heard a voice in my head says, if you hit the ground, you'll never get up.
Oh my God.
So little Ricky, being somewhat intelligent, hit reverse and did everything I could not to hit the ground. And I staggered over and I grabbed onto the side of the car. And one of the guys from Scottish Paranormal, Allie, had happened to see in the rearview mirror me staggering around, and he jumped out to help me. And he grabbed me and he took me behind the car and he got me some water, and and I'm just standing there still. I'm dazed. I mean, you get walloped like that. Water was gushing out of my eye. I mean, I had my hand over my eye. It was just
God. Oof.
And what I actually thought was that my eyeball exploded.
Oh my God. Ooh.
No, I mean, with the amount of fluid that was coming out.
Right, yeah.
So I'm like this. I got my hand over there.
Oh my God. Oof.
So I'm still out there. And then Allie, what he writes in the book is he says, we'd waited for a while for Rick to come back in, and we looked up in the rearview mirror. We couldn't see him. They said when we opened up the door, when he opened up the door, I was hanging onto the side of the car trying not to fall down. And he said Rick was as white as could be, and you could tell he couldn't breathe because he. So I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying not to die, right? Mm-hmm. So he gets me in the car, and we drive to the front. Now, we're right in the front of Leap Castle. Everybody has come out. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat, which is on the driver's side, right? So I can look into the castle. I'm just sitting there. And we did have something paranormal. When we pulled up, it's all gravel outside, right? And we hear crunch, 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 crunch. And Gregor goes, who's that? And he looks a little farther, and there's nobody in the parking lot, right? So I also heard that while I was sitting in the car. But what happened was they said, we're not going in without you. I said, no, just let me sit here. Let me lean back and relax and, recoup. So I'm sitting there, and then the most terrifying section of my life happened. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, my vision goes, and I'm like, that's not good.
That's scary.
And then, do you remember the old-time movie where the iris went,
yeah,
and the movie was over? My vision started doing that, and I went, shit.
My daughter gets that.
No, I just went, shit, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
And I'm just laying there. Now, you guys have been on an airplane and flushed the toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here down, my energy just went. Yeah, my energy just went out of me.
Oh my God.
And I'm just laying there like that, and my vision's going, and I'm just.
Oh my God.
And I thought, I'm going to die in a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
And everybody left you.
No, they would pop back in. They were really cool.
Oh, okay.
Right? All of a sudden, I'd see a face peeking in, so
good.
Scottish Paranormal would not leave you alone, But I heard the guy walking across in front of me and opened one eye, and there was nobody out there. But while I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, you're really going to die. And it's funny because when you know it, it's not like you're going, oh my God, I'm going to die. It's really peaceful. It's really peaceful. And I just sat there, and I don't know why I said this. I just went, I've got to see a lot of stuff nobody else ever did. I've got to meet famous people, go places I never thought I would. So if today's my day, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 or 3 minutes, my energy started going. I started to feel it coming back.
Yeah.
And I take my hand off my eye, and I look up in the mirror, and there's actually an eyeball in there. So I'm happy to see that. Right. And I look at it, I'm like, oh God, my vision was still blurry, but it was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I look over, and there's 2 of the paranormal guys peeking in the window. Right. And they said, you want to get out? And I said, yeah, let me out. So they get me out of the car, and I'm like, I'm feeling better. Right. And I get back out, and I go in, and I sit down. I said, let me sit on a chair for a while. You guys do what you want, and then I'll join you. And then within about half an hour, I was ghost hunting the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing is, one of the guys sent me a message saying, you're not going to believe this. At the castle we'd been at earlier, 2 guys had a duel, and one got shot through the right eye and died.
Oh my God.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
So what actually I believe happened is that guy attached to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all he really wanted to do was for someone to see what happened to him.
Yeah, could be.
And
I
really do believe that if I didn't say, if today is my day, I probably would have died. But I think what happened with this spirit went, no, that's not what I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And backed away from me. And then I was feeling fine, but it was really, really very scary. Let's put it that way.
You're getting a lot of wows in there.
And I mean, 100%, swear to God, 100% true. Everything in both books is 100% true because I'm too stupid to remember lies. Okay. My age, I have a hard time remembering what really happened. So it's,
me too.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I don't think I asked you this last time. How did you decide you were going to write a book?
because I had so many experiences. See,
Right.
just so you guys get an idea that I am old, I have been doing this for 57 years. Okay?
Damn, you are old.
I am old. And all that bullshit that, you know, where they say you're like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I hear you.
I forgot what you asked me.
Oh yeah, I asked you. So, why did you decide to write a
Oh
book?
yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Because I had all this, I had all this video, I had all this other stuff, and people would always say to me, after we started our group, people were always, you know, hitting me up because they all wanted to talk to Kane.
Mhm.
They didn't want to talk to me.
they don't want you. They just want Kane. We want you. Just to let you know, we love
I mean,
you.
he is a very famous person, you know.
Yeah.
And he's been my best friend for going on 43 years. So
See, if we can't have him, we get the next best thing. See?
yeah, we'll take his stunt double. Come on, we'll talk to you for that.
There we go. Yeah.
Now is Kane the one? Was he in the was he in Walking Dead or
No,
Wait.
Friday the 13th.
okay.
Friday the 13th.
Okay, gotcha.
That's where I was getting confused.
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting
Kane has been in hundreds and hundreds of movies.
And who did he play in Friday the 13th?
Jason.
Oh,
Jason Voorhees,
whoa,
yeah. He
shit,
was
really?
the lead, the main, yeah.
Wow.
And he is the only one out of all 10 movies that has played him more than once.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kane played him 4 times.
And he's your best
everybody else
friend?
Huh?
He's your best friend?
Yeah.
Oh
Been
my
friends
God, that's so cool. Wow.
Been friends for a long, long time.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what's so strange?
Wait,
I grew
we
up
got
in-
off track. We asked a question
Oh, go ahead.
about your book.
Oh, about why I wrote the book, because I had
Yes,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
things.
He said he already answered that. He had
Oh,
so many
Yeah,
things.
okay,
I did
never mind. I
answer
wasn't
that,
paying
Emmy.
attention.
No, people would hit up Ghost Believe in Me or me, you know, because they couldn't get Kane, and they'd say, whatever happened here, and I ended up talking to everybody, and then I started doing podcasts. I said, you know what, I'm just going to write a book, right? Because I already had written. See, if you're ever going to write a book, by the way, about ghost hunting or anything, write down all of the hunts that you have, right?
Oh,
And then just put them in order. And you have a book.
Yeah.
bam. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I'm working on one. I've been working on a book for a while now, but
That's
I
cool.
kind of put it on pause for a while, but I am working on something.
Well, I am working on another book, and if anybody
Third?
has any suggestions, please send them to me, because I am really tired of women saying there's a glass ceiling, we have to fight harder, and we have to do this, and it's like, ladies, do you know anything about history? You had some of the most colossally badasses from history from time beginning, right? And I want to write a book about them.
Wow.
You know, women deserve their own heroes. And I mean, there's so many people. So, you know, I've got a whole bunch of it. And I mean, there's so many phenomenal places. Have you ever heard of Boudica?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, you know, like over in Ireland and everything else, her husband was the king of a small place. And the Romans decided they wanted that place. And they came over and they killed him. They beat her up, you know, imprisoned her, and raped her two daughters in public. Weren't even 11 yet. Well,
Oh, hell no. Oh,
well, Romans weren't a lot of fun guys. But anyway, when she got out, she raised an army. And she just about took down the Roman Empire all by herself. They went to a place called Londinium, which wasn't London, but it was one of the biggest towns in, you know, that the Romans had, and just completely flattened it. Went over to the next town over, flattened it, and by the time she was done, killed thousands and thousands of soldiers. Right. One of the things I saw, it said they thought that her armies had maybe killed 70,000 soldiers. So she was like Alexander the Great and Attila the Hun, and
badass bitch.
and girls don't get to hear these stories, and it's time they did. You guys got some of the best people to look up to, but they finally killed Boudica because while she was very aggressive and stuff, she wasn't really a general. And what had happened was the Romans lured her into a little valley. And as they all went in there, the archers came up on both sides and just down in there and took her out. But
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's cool. You're going to write a book like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many people. There's one thing like a lot of people don't know. During World War II, our submarines were getting blown up because the Germans had figured out how to decode our messages. Well, this one actress who at the time was considered the most beautiful woman in the world, Hedy Lamarr, and she was the lead in the movie Samson and Delilah. She just said, well, I know something about, that kind of stuff. And she got another friend that she knew, and they developed a brand new system of frequency hopping. And when it would hop frequencies, if you didn't know what frequencies anything were hopping, you couldn't decode it. And it pretty much changed the whole face of the war. And she gave everybody that could use it, except for the Germans, obviously, this frequency hopping technology. Now, how much do you think this would be worth? Because her stuff, the frequency hopping, is everything that every cell phone works off of.
She gave
every garage door opener, every remote control.
She gave it away, right?
She gave it away for the war effort.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I've heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, look at. I mean, what a genius to come up with this and save the whole freaking war. And by the way, you guys have heard of Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
Famous author, He-Man, adventurer.
Yeah.
Well, his ex-wife was kind of a He-Man and adventurer too.
Really?
And she was actually a journalist, and she smuggled herself into one of the airplanes and one of the landing crafts that landed on D-Day.
Oh,
and she was actually landed on D-Day before Ernest Hemingway did. So,
really?
Yeah. So she was the only woman there on D-Day, and she was I think there might have been a nurse too, but she was the first woman on that stormed the beaches at Normandy. I mean, there's so many.
Wow.
There's so many. So if any of you ladies out there or gentlemen, if any of you know somebody that should be in the book, send it to me at Rick McCallum on Facebook.
There you guys go. You heard that out of his mouth. That's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's other things in there too. Like there was a real poor area. I can't remember where it was, where this one bus driver, because he knew nobody would do anything about it, he'd get out and he'd beat up and rape women. And they would come in and arrest him. They'd say, okay, you can go. You can go. You can go. So finally, they arrested him again, and they took him into court. This time they're going to try him. And pretty much all the women that he had done, and there were like one thing I saw said it was like 300.
Oh my God.
Right. But anyway, a mass of them went to see into the courtroom. And when he stood up to tell his story, they all took out knives and went up and just ripped him to shreds.
Oh, wow.
Including his private parts, which ended up in a different part of the room.
That'd be
that was an early Lorraine Bobbitt thing, huh?
Yeah, there's the girl in Germany. Her 7-year-old daughter got raped and murdered by this guy, and they caught him, and they had all the evidence. He was guilty, right? And when they got up there and they said, "You're guilty," she pulled out a gun and put 7 bullets in him.
I don't blame her at all.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Women don't know this happened.
Right.
I never heard of any of that. Yeah, I'm glad you're telling us because I didn't know any of that. Wow.
Women have been some of the best warriors. They've been some of the best, the best leaders. I mean, it's it's time somebody put it all in one book and said, here,
Mhm.
young ladies, read this.
That's cool.
Mhm.
If there's a glass
Wow.
ceiling, take a hammer to it. Do what these girls did.
Wow.
So that's my next thing I'm working on.
Mhm.
And there'll be another
That
another ghost hunting book too.
Hmm.
I can't keep going to all these places without writing ghost hunting books.
Exactly. And I was going to say though too, you do a lot of like paracons, don't you?
Not too
Meetups
many,
like that.
actually.
You haven't
Not-
really?
No,
Okay.
I mean, every once in a while I get invited, but I'm kind of like the unknown ghost hunting guy. I don't know how that's possible after. I mean, if you figure out this isn't to try and build me up, but I mean, I see guys that were like on Ghost Adventures once. Well, my group was the first team to ghost hunt with them on Ghost Adventures. Okay, got 75 movies that I've been in. I wrote the Paranormal Book of the Year.
And they're going,
I'm in the
Who's
Hall
this
of Fame for Scottish Paranormal, but I'm not anybody that might have a good idea about what ghost hunting is about. Okay, okay. So
That's interesting. So where do
but I don't go to
you
a
have
lot
a
of Paracons. I mean, I'm going to 2 back to back here. I just got done with last weekend, and now Tombstone is next. I mean, I used to go to Scarefest, which is the biggest one in the country, pretty much. But they haven't invited me in years. But that's because
what'd you do?
nothing.
Okay. Just make
No.
sure.
No, it's they don't need me there because they have so many. It's packed with celebrities right and left. So I mean, they don't really need to bring me in. You know, I mean, it's funny though that I have people say we've called them up and said we want you to come back. So it's nice to know that I made a good impression. You know, so
If I had a paracon, I would invite you.
well, you know what's funny? People will tell me they said, "God, you're one of the most personable people we ever met." I said,
Yeah.
I like people. What can I tell you? You know.
yeah.
So, but
Well,
yeah,
if we have another Fear Fest, you're definitely coming.
well, I'll go. I'm
We had it
easy
in
to
New
go.
Orleans last year. Let's do that.
Well, I did a movie in New Orleans. You know, Hatchet 2 was in there. By the way, in the movie Hatchet 2, I have one of supposedly, you know, the different horror magazines. I've seen in 2 different magazines. One I was in the top 5 of deaths, and one I was in the top 10. So I got killed in a grand fashion in Hatchet 2. Let's put it that way.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
was
chainsawed from the crotch right through the top of my head.
Oh, dang. Oh my
And not
God.
only that, there was another guy on the chainsaw behind me, and he got the same kind of treatment.
And what
and
movie
Kane-
was this?
Hatchet Part 2.
Oh, dang.
The Hatchet movies are totally underrated. They're actually very good.
Are they? I'm gonna have to write this down. I gotta watch this now.
Well, there's
Okay.
4 of them.
It's
you know, what's
all
so
in the
cool?
bio, Patty.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'll
all
be
in the
like, I
bio.
know that guy that got his crotch cut wide open. I know him.
Well,
I know.
I
that
just
scene.
told this story at the last Paracon, and somebody said, "Yeah, we understand you had a real horrible death." I said, "I had a real horrible life with that thing." I said, "Here's what happened. The director, Adam Green, who's a friend of mine, and he's such a cool director. When he gets a shot he likes, he jumps up and down. Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's cool, and he's a very good director too.
Yeah.
You got
he
some
was
fans
having-
out there, so see, people
He
know
was
who
having-
you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was having a little bit of a battle with the MPAA, Motion Picture Association,
Mhm.
and they're not good to horror movies. They like to cut everything out.
Yeah.
So he put something in that I didn't know was in, so they would cut it out and leave some of the other stuff he really wanted in. Right?
Oh.
So I get there. We're at the Egyptian Theater. Place is packed. I mean, you know, it's one of the old time theaters. You know, beautiful place. And we go there. I go up, and I don't want to go down. And everybody's already filled up on the basement, on the bottom. I go up into the balcony area, and I'm watching. And here comes, you know, my scene where I get killed. And I'm watching, and he's got me up on the chainsaw. And all of a sudden, these 2 round objects from down in my personal area start to drop. And they're like on strings, and they're just dropping. Now, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to guess what those are supposed to be, right?
Mhm.
And let's just say it clear. As my balls are dropping, everybody's going berserk in the place, right? And I don't know. They put this in post production. That didn't happen while I was there. I didn't know this was coming, and I'm sitting up there like this. I'm like, right, and then it drops farther and farther, and they fall on the ground, and the place goes batshit crazy, just screaming bloody murder. And I went, yeah, at least I got that going for me, which is nice. So yeah, that was.
Do you plan on doing like any acting? Not stuntman. I mean,
nah.
None at all.
If a friend of mine's doing something and really wanted me to do it, I'd do it. But
okay.
I'm very happy with writing the books, doing the ghost hunting.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's time to just relax and sometimes you just change lanes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, stunt guys don't have a long life as far as working. I mean, think about this. When was the last time you saw a guy with gray hair in a fight scene? Never.
Not too. Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't watch a lot of those type of movies because I'm one of those people that if I watch like real scary kind of movies, like horror movies, I can't watch them late at night because I'll have nightmares all night long. But I do like a good action movie though.
Well,
what's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie?
Yeah.
Easy. The Exorcist.
Yes.
There you go. We can't go wrong with that.
I love that too.
You know the guy that falls down the 125 stairs and dies at the bottom?
Yeah.
He dove out the window. He said, "Come into me." The younger.
That's you.
Priest. No, it's not me. I wasn't in the stunt business then.
Okay, I'm like, that's you.
No, but it's one of my very good friends, and he went down all 125 stairs.
Oh my God.
What he actually did to make it look like he was coming out of the second floor, they built a ramp that was up probably like 8 feet, and he ran from behind it, jumped so that he was up in the air, and then went down and hit the stairs and all the way down.
Wow, and he actually really did that. That's what stunt people do.
That's what stunt people do. We fall down the freaking stairs.
Do they wear like a cushion, like a body armor type of thing underneath your clothes?
Yeah, you've got stuff that you can put on underneath you. And some of the places they'll put on like real thin rubber sheeting so it doesn't rip your skin right off of you.
Gotcha. Wow.
But yeah, it's that was cool. But I had an epiphany, my very first epiphany. My bedroom in Chicago didn't have a door. It had two hangers. You just hung your stuff up on these poles.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laying in bed after seeing, Exorcist, and I had a feeling that Reagan, the girl, was hiding behind my clothes in my right. And I couldn't sleep. And finally, I got up and I said, "Just look and see that there's nothing there." And I went like this, and I went, "Wait a minute. What if she is in there? Leave her alone."
That's funny.
Yeah, what would I do if I opened it up? She was standing there.
I know, right? Yeah, what would you do?
I'd fall over dead of a heart attack. That's what I would have done. Or I would have socked her right in the eye, one of the two. No, I mean, just out of reflex, you're looking at me a face there.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that
sounds like you've had an interesting life. You've done a lot, and you've got a lot of stories to tell, and that's great. I'm enjoying listening to some of your stories, and I'm sure you have hundreds of stories.
As I was growing up, I do, I really do. My friend Kat, she has a nickname for me. She always calls me Forrest Gump, and she goes, "You have bumped into just about everybody on the planet at one time or another." I know. Well, yeah, I do. And they'll say, "Well, you know this actor?" Yeah. You know anything about wrestling? Well, I know Terry Funk, Bill Goldberg, Roddy Piper, and I'm like, you know, yeah.
Dang. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? What's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor is
can't be your best friend.
Is probably Keanu Reeves.
Okay, I like him too. Yeah. Have you met him?
I have never met Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, though, has the best reputation by far of anybody in Hollywood.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He donates a lot of his salary to pay the other departments so they can make some money too.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
He
another
seems
guy
like
that was really cool was Robin Williams.
Oh, I loved him.
I loved him.
Robin Williams always demanded that, I can't know what the number is, 10, 20, something like that. Extras, that they hired every day had to be homeless people.
I remember that.
Oh,
Off the
I
street.
heard about
Yes.
that. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I love him.
there's some good people out there, and there's some real jackasses.
Have you met Robin Williams yourself?
I never met Robin. A friend of mine was his stunt double, though.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
Yeah, I loved him. It was just so sad when what happened. And
It happens
And,
a
uh,
lot.
let's-
It happens a lot in show business. It really
Yeah,
does. A lot of people in show business take their own lives. I don't know why, but they do.
yeah, it's
I mean,
like
I did
Kurt
it.
Cobain.
I did a movie with David Carradine, and look what happened to him.
Yep.
What did happen to him?
He
In the closet.
he was. They say he was doing that where you hang yourself and pleasure yourself at the same time and try and get undone before the end. And
Yeah.
evidently, he lost the race.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, he was in a closet.
Why didn't I ever hear about? I wonder why. How
You
long
probably
ago
did.
happened?
This was
20 years ago.
Really?
that was like 15 years ago.
Well, I
at
used
least.
to love David Carradine. He was in this a karate show or something, wasn't he? Or
Yeah.
something? What was-
Kung
yeah.
Fu, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
He was a nice guy too. We all liked him.
Wow.
So you did meet him then.
Oh yeah. We were actually training him to do some kicks and things.
Mhm.
I wasn't the actual trainer. Aaron Norris, who's Chuck's brother, asked if we would work out, the three of us, with David Carradine. So there was John Barrett, who was one of the keys of the whole thing. Another guy who had been a fighter, Steve Fuelman and myself, and we were all kind of doing stuff.
That's
Huh.
cool.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. Chuck Norris is an awesome freaking guy.
I have a friend that's really good friends with him. A friend down in my hometown where I grew up at in Pinellas County. He grew up with them, and he had pictures of them two together on magazines and stuff like that. His name was Michael
Dillard?
Yes. Wait.
Never heard of him.
No, Michael. No, it's not Dillard.
No.
Michael.
Well, it could be Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson.
Now you're gonna screw her up.
Now
You had her all excited. She's like,
It's been a while since I've seen. I moved away from that town, and a lot of people that I was see and talk to back then, I don't really see and talk
I'll
to
give
that
you a
much
question.
anymore.
I'll give you guys a trivia
Let me
question.
see if I can look him up. What's that?
What's Chuck Norris's real first name?
Oh, I don't know.
Charlie.
He probably told me, but I don't know.
Carlos.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah. The very first thing I ever did in a movie was a fight scene with Chuck.
Really?
Really?
Lone Wolf McQuade. And
Oh, I remember that movie.
just to show you that you don't want to be involved in crime with me and John Barrett come up and grab him, and there's this big, heavy-set Mexican guy. And I say Mexican guy because he plays a Mexican guy, right? A bandito.
Right.
And he's got and he captures, he has his one guy down there, and they got guns on him, so they make him surrender, and he comes down. And me and John grab him on each side. I've got a machine gun. John's got hold of him. And the bandito guy looks at Chuck and he goes, "Hey, a Texas Ranger kicked my father's teeth out. You wouldn't do that to me, would you, Ranger?" So it comes next. Wham! Right in the teeth. Right? Down he goes. Well, then he flips me, and I go landing on my back. And then he turns around and he kicks John in the face. And I'm on my hands and knees in the sand going to grab the gun. And he comes over and he kicks me in the face, and I go flying backwards. He picks up my gun and kills everybody. So
Oh my God.
you don't want to have a commit a crime with me around because everybody gets
Yeah.
killed. But
That's too
What?
funny.
Okay. What was your favorite movie you played in? Probably. What do you think would be your favorite and most memorable?
well, that's easy for you to say.
I couldn't say it, but you know what I mean.
No, that's a good question because there's a lot of them that were all good for different reasons.
Right.
All four, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually in all four of the Hatchet movies. Okay, even though
now you guys know.
Even though I died in the second one, there were different spots where I had to double Kane because Kane was also playing his own father in the movie. Okay, and you have two different things. You have
okay.
Yeah, you have the when you go to second unit, that's when it's all stunts. And there's usually sometimes there's the lead actors in it, but usually it's not because the director will always be with the lead people. Right? So sometimes you have this and then you have second unit. And so I've been in on second unit a lot of stuff, doubling Kane. So I'm actually in all four of the movies.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
but you were the lead in the first two, right?
What's that?
You were the lead in the first two?
No. I wasn't never the lead. No, Kane always was.
I thought you were the lead.
No. I was just doubling him.
Well, let's pretend you are, and we won't tell Kane about this little story, okay?
Oh, he'll find out. He'll call up, start yelling at me.
I can't find it. I was looking to see who it was. His name is Michael. His wife and him, I was friends with them. I don't know. I don't see it. They had magazines and stuff in like those big glass things in their in their house.
Well, if he was on the cover of magazines with him, I would say it's probably Mike Dillard because Chuck and him owned a company together, a martial arts company, and I think it was called Century Martial Arts.
It might be. I don't know.
And that's just what I've heard. I mean, he didn't tell me that, so.
Yeah. The last I seen them probably was about 8 years ago, and I know that they're an older couple and they weren't doing too well.
Was he a big blonde guy?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, when he was younger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Mike Dillard.
It might be. Yeah, it might be. He lives in Largo, Florida now. I don't know where he lived then. I think he lived somewhere else, but
I think he was in Oklahoma.
Sounds, I don't know. It's been so long. Now you want me to reach out to him and ask them. We'll probably reach out to them this week and just see how they're doing. They're gonna be like, "Where have you been?" I mean, I
got to tell you guys about another place, ghost hunting wise, that is really kind of cool. There's a place here where Jay Bloomkey, the guy from Dark Zone, asked me if I would come in and run some ghost hunts for him at this Los Angeles Police Museum. And I said, sure. And he would bring in other people too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people. I can't name them all. Mm-hmm. But when we were in there, a friend of mine, Mikey Thompson, who is extraordinarily good with audio, right? He asked me, he says, why don't we, because he was going to do the audio with me. And he says, there's a place in there for the North Hollywood shootout. Now, I don't know if you know about the North Hollywood shootout, which I was actually at, believe it or not. Forrest Gumping again. I walked out of Gold's Gym and I'm standing there. I was going to get something to eat. And I hear all these machine guns going off down the street. And you see the cars, police cars ripping around the corner and everything else. And I went, oh, they're shooting a movie, and went home. Mm-hmm. Well, they weren't shooting a movie. It was a real bank robbery, and probably the most famous bank robbery in history. And what happened is these two guys came out and they had on body armor, and then they had metal plating underneath that. And they had all these weapons, like AK-47s, all these machine guns. And they went in, and a cop saw them going into the bank, and he called in for backup. And when they came out, the cops were on the other side of the street. Well, at that time, the cops didn't have rifles or anything else with them. They just had pistols. Mm-hmm. Now, if you know anything about pistols, if you're across the street, you ain't going to hit nothing unless it's by accident, right? Mm-hmm. Well, these guys had automatic weapons, and they just turned it loose, and they had carloads of bullets, right? And they, from what I was able to read, they fired between 1,300 and 1,700 shots. And it was into a shopping mall that was right across the way, and a lot of people got shot that weren't the police, right? None of them died.
Oh,
right?
thank God.
Okay. But 18 of them were shot. 18 of them were shot. And both of the bad guys got killed. And what was funny was this one guy hijacked another car, and he gets in it, and the SWAT team shows up and blasts the tires and stuff, and he gets out, and he's behind the car, and he's shooting over it. He's got all these guns, he's shooting over it. And one of the SWAT guys says, okay, well, let's just try this. And he's wearing shorts and stuff. He was at the gym, right? He lays down on his stomach and just starts shooting the shit out of this guy's legs, right? He's like, oh, and finally over he goes, and he died. Well, they both died. But very, very bloody, very violent, the whole thing. But they have this this setup at LAPD Museum, and it's behind glass, and it's the mannequins the same size as the guys wearing the clothes with the guns that they committed the robberies with. Really? And that it has the weirdest freaking energy to it. Like they're just standing there because they got the masks on and they're just looking at you. Mm-hmm. And I've seen very experienced ghost hunters, and I'm not going to tell you their names, but there were 3 of them, refused to go in the room. They started to walk in, and they turned around, came back out, and they said, the energy's too bad and everything else. I said, let me do it.
Wow.
Right? And I
bet I can name the 3, but I won't.
No, please don't.
I won't.
But anyway, I walked up there and I said, first off, I happened to be across the street, down the street, when you were doing all your bullshit. I said, and second off, I don't know why anybody in the world is afraid of you. You shot 1,500 bullets and you didn't kill anybody. You're the most ineffectual bank robbers I've ever seen. You walked out into an ambush. I said, and you both got killed. Why is anybody afraid of you? Right? Well, then all 3 of them came in, right? After they said, but anyway, this became a rotating thing when we would go in there, like every couple months we would do another hunt. And we actually were there on the 25th anniversary of the North Hollywood shootout. So me and Mikey were trying to think of something that would up the ante a little bit, right? And Ghost Adventures was showing their thing of the LAPD museum when they had ghost hunted it. So we actually, everybody sat down and watched Ghost Adventures and saw what they got. And then we went in, and Mikey and I had come up with this idea that we would bring in machine gun sounds, right?
Ooh.
And we went in there, and this one guy's got a SLS camera, that makes the skeletons and stuff like that. Got the SLS camera looking in there, and it's not moving. And we hit the machine guns, and both of them, bam! I mean, instantly are in there. And they're trying to get out of the cage, out of the glass.
Right.
One of them actually kind of gets pushed, and it looks like he falls to the ground, right? Well, the other guy looks like he's kicking him, right? And then we found out later on that one of the guys was boinking the other guy's wife. So,
God, wow.
Am I allowed to say boink on this?
Yeah. Because I fuck.
You can say whatever you want. Did you not hear my intro?
I did. But I'm a gentleman around ladies. I say boink.
I know. That's okay. No, that's okay. I appreciate that.
We got the most amazing stuff off of doing that. And I mean, the SLS camera was going wild. I mean, we were getting audio coming back through it. It was really, really cool. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying to the people out there that are actually paranormal investigators, that try and think of something outside the box that somebody else hasn't done that'll trigger them. Yeah. Don't bring a Pooh Bear and set it down and say, here, it's a trigger object,
Well,
right.
We did, we did do the SLS camera when we went to, it wasn't Jasper Jail. It was the other jail, Gilchrist Jail.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember that.
And that was the first time that he'd had anybody do that. And we actually picked up on somebody that actually got murdered there and was dragged out. And you could see the guy that it was just crazy. It was crazy.
And there was nothing in that area that it could have possibly been picking up.
Well, I will tell you 2 quick stories. A friend of mine, Laurie Dorsey, is very good with the SLS camera. And we were at Airth Castle in Scotland, ghost hunting it. And we were all in the foyer before we started. Now, I put my K2 down, which I'm kind of well known for using a K2. And Mikey put down his tri-field meter. There you go, right next to it. Mine's going 5 lights. Tri-field's not budging, and they're this far apart.
Right.
So I go over and I sit down, and Lori is mapping everybody that's in the room. And she comes over and she's standing in front of me and standing in front of me and standing in front of me. And I'm just sitting there. And finally she goes, "This will not pick you up." I said, "Okay, I'm sitting right here." Right. So she goes back around, comes back again for like half an hour. Could not pick me up. Right. Now here's the second one. A girl asked me to come to her house, that she had a pretty negative spirit. So I went, and she had a Ring doorbell. Right. She calls me the next day. She goes, "You're not going to believe this. When I came out to get you and we went into my apartment?" And I said, "Yeah." "And I walked you back out to your car?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "You're not on the Ring doorbell." She
No.
goes,
That's happened to me once. Yeah. With somebody. That was
yeah.
weird.
They said, "You're not on the Ring doorbell."
Mm-hmm.
So I think I might just give off a different energy. I just don't know, because
Yeah.
everybody that ghost hunts with me, most everybody anyway, if we get to a location that actually is haunted, will just say, "I've never seen anything like that."
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Would you consider yourself like a ghost magnet?
well, I would say not a. Well,
Like
I guess.
Sounds to
you
me
would.
like he's a ghost. Sounds to me like he is a
Well,
ghost.
actually, Jay Bloomkey wrote the foreword for my second book, and what he said in there, he goes, "With all due apologies to the people who call themselves the Ghost Magnet, Rick really is." Now, this is the guy that's as into ghost hunting as anybody in the world, right? Has had as much with building it up and everything else. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's very strange. And I attempt to do stuff other people don't. And one guy said to me one time, he goes, "Why is it everywhere we go, the spirits call your name?" I said,
Me too. Yeah.
I said, isn't that real easy? And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "What do I do as soon as I walk in? I go, 'Hi, my name is Rick. If there's any spirits in here, I'd love to interact with you." Right? And they said, "But they call your names." I said, "I told them my name."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Patty's done that.
Yeah.
But listen to this. Down in when we were in the Elks Lodge ghost hunting, this girl was doing the Elvis method or the Estes method.
Estes.
And
Elvis.
It's the Brandon method, Brandon Elvis, who I've ghost hunted with too, by the way.
God.
But yeah, it was so weird. Kind of lost my train of thought there. I got derailed with Brandon Elvis. No, this girl, we counted it up, as a kind of a guess, that my name was called upstairs while we were up there 30 times.
I believe it.
Wow.
I'm going to say, because Patty, a lot of places where we traveled, from Florida to Tennessee, we went to this little Gunther's cemetery, a little family cemetery on the side of the hill, maybe 13 plots. And as soon as she turned on the SB7, "Hi, Patty." And I was like, oh my God, because she would go there all the time and say, "Hi, my name's Patty. I brought my friend with me."
Yep.
Yeah.
I come to see you guys every time I come in town, and
I
they
believe
always
that
remember me. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
she's the only person that I know of that they do that.
Well, you know what? I do believe that if you go to a same place several times, you'll make friends with them. At the LAPD museum, the very first day I was there, they had these other ghost hunters there. They had Brandon Albus, Kristen Luman, and Susan Slaughter.
Oh,
and
okay. I knew
they'd been there a couple days before,
right.
And I was there for the third day for like the cleanup, right? And I'm sitting there. Jay says, "Can you just sit here at the entryway because they were recapping what they'd done the first 2 days." I wasn't in it. So I'm sitting there, and there's big double glass doors and stairs that I could see straight down. I'm sitting there. Everybody else is back in the back, and I hear real heavy boot print boom, 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 coming down the thing. So I'm watching because I hear it coming, and then I hear it go right in front of me. There's nobody there.
Oh, wow.
Right? So when Jay came back, I said, Jay, you're not going to believe this, but I've already had my first paranormal experience and never even left where you told me. And he goes, what happened? He goes, wait a minute. We got to get Misha. Now, Misha Walden was the liaison for the LAPD museum. Sweet, one of the sweetest girls you'll ever meet, too. But so I told her, and she starts going, I told you, Jay, I told you I heard that guy coming down the hallway every single day. And I said, yeah, I did, too. And I said, I wonder who it is. She goes, does it sound like motorcycle boots to you? And I said, yeah, actually, it kind of does. And she goes, well, the very first guy that got killed on a motorcycle accident in L.A. was a guy named Walter who worked in this station. And they actually had kind of a shrine to him downstairs, right? So I went down and I just started talking to Walter, right? Well, it turned out me and Walter became friends. Right?
Wow.
When we were sitting there one day, I came back down and there was a girl named Melissa St. Hilaire, who's a psychic medium. And she was talking. And when I came down, she goes, oh, we got a name. I think it's Arthur. And I said, it's probably not Arthur. Right? And she goes, why? I said, well, there's a spirit down here that I know. And table was about 15 feet long. It was a conference room. And there were 2 K2s. There was like every 5 feet. And I put mine down, or like every 4 feet.
Right.
And I went, hey, Walter, it's Rick. Are you here? And all of them went off 5 lights, all 3 of them at the same time. And everyone went, whoa. And I said, yeah, he's here.
Oh, I got chills.
Wow. Yeah, me too.
And I actually have that on video, too, by the way. That will be on my YouTube channel. Coming soon, folks.
YouTube channel.
Hey, all right. And what is your YouTube channel?
I don't have it yet.
Oh, that's right.
Are you going to need help or something? Or
have you ever talked to me? Of course I'm going to need help.
You're going to have to help him, Emmy. You're good at that stuff.
I could help you. Patty could help you. Because Patty, she's got close to 350,000 followers on YouTube.
Wow.
She was one of the, her story. Her story is how she got into paranormal. She was her and her daughter were the first females, basically back in 2012?
15.
16. Yeah. Okay. Her son had committed suicide.
Your son did, Patty?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah. The same way Robin Williams did. Yep. And what's really weird is my son loved Robin Williams. He idolized that man. He loved him, and then he turned around and did the same thing he did. And I remember when that happened with Robin Williams, I remember Gary saying that, he just couldn't believe that he did that. And, none of us ever expected my son to do what he did. You don't see it. You didn't see it coming,
Yeah.
And that's really a hard part too, to live with, knowing, why didn't I see this coming? Because
that's a simple answer. He didn't want you to see it.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Okay, he doesn't want mom to go through that.
I know. So I've been raising his kids because they had a deadbeat mom. So I was raising his kids. Well, one of the mothers is not a deadbeat. She's still in her life. But the 2 sons, mainly they were little when this happened.
Someone's at my door.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
They generally
You think? Oh, well, maybe this one's polite and bringing you pizza. God, I hope he doesn't get pizza. That would be horrible.
Oh my God! You think?
No.
How would they know where this guy lives? What douchebags that do stuff?
I know, right?
That's ridiculous. God.
But you don't hardly have that many viewers on this channel, so that might be a good thing. I didn't share you out, and I didn't restream to mine.
Yeah,
I just put you on Paralinks.
Yeah, because of the douchebags.
Yeah.
Gummy ass people that like to sit around and make up lies. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. But everybody in chat, how do you think Patty's doing with her podcast right now?
Well,
podcast.
I will tell you, guys, that I am extremely tired, but I followed through with it because, you know, we had it planned. But I'm like, I have been literally sitting here trying to stay awake. This is horrible. I'm just, it's like I got up this morning at 11:30, but I've just done so much late. I'm just wearing myself down. I've been so busy, and you know how you just want to go relax and fall asleep for an hour or something. That's how I feel right now. I just want.
Everybody's saying you're doing great, doing awesome, really enjoying this.
Thank you.
You know, and I have to say, Rick is an amazing guy. You know,
I would say so too.
Oh Jesus! well, the first time I chatted with him was, I think Steven got us connected. Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, and so we were talking behind the scenes, and you know, make everybody feel comfortable. But obviously, you know, he's a great guy. He loves to chat. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to make him feel comfortable. He was already there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just.
What's that?
Yes, that's a good book. The Ghosts Believe in Me.
Nice.
I got that book.
I love the back of this, by the way.
Oh, I love that. Now, who was your editor? Do you have an editor? Do you have a publisher and all that kind of stuff? Or did you just do it yourself? Hey, awesome. That's what I'm going to do.
Now, this is the second book.
Okay.
And this is kind of funny. When we were at Earth Castle, one of the girls that had been with Ghost Hunters, Kristen Augustine, comes up to me because we're out in a graveyard and they were all down below and I was up by myself. And she comes up and she goes, "What do you think of this picture?" And she showed it to me. I said, "Well, that's going to be the cover of my next book." And she goes, "Oh, that's funny." I said, "I'm not kidding." Because the color in it and everything else. This is at 11:30 at night. And if this doesn't actually really seem like my life, because here I am in a graveyard at 11:30 at night, which looks like it's daytime, ghost hunting by myself.
Shame on you. But hey, I'm not.
I love it. I love it. It's a nice cover. I like that.
That is it.
So that just came out of the blue.
Good for you. Good for you. Everybody go get his books.
Yes,
yeah, because all the proceeds goes to St. Jude.
Yes. Right. You get to read a good story and the money goes to St. Jude's. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it. That's why I keep writing them. I mean,
yeah, I can't wait. I've got you're inspiring me by talking to me about this because I have been working on a book for a couple of years now and I keep putting it aside and I've already know what I'm doing with this and I don't even want to give away too much information because there's a lot of copycats out there as you know. So I don't want to say too much, but you know, it's going to be a good one. And I've got a few of them that I want to do because I'm a pretty good writer too. I'm pretty good at writing and you know, stuff like that. So,
well, you know, what's funny about my book? I was talking to a guy. I was on a podcast, and he says, "Hey, congratulations about your book." I was like, "Oh, thanks," because you know, anytime you write a book, they always say, "Congratulations on your book."
Right.
I said, "Oh, thanks," and the guy goes, "No, that's a heck of an award," and I went, "What?" Right? And he goes, "You won the Paranormal Book of the Year award." And I said,
"That is amazing."
I said, "I did. Send me some proof. I think you're messing with me." And then he sends me the video of where, you know, Nick Groff is winning. I mean, it's all people you know. And I'm like,
wow.
Well, how about that?
Wow, that is so incredible. And which book was that made that? Which one? That one you just showed us?
That was the first one, Ghosts Believe in Me.
Okay.
Yeah, that I've read some of it, and each chapter is like a different place and stuff.
Oh, like. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So about your different investigations, basically, right?
Well, yeah, like one of the chapters is David Omen's. I know that. Okay. Then another place, I guess it's the last one. I haven't got that far yet, but the last one was Let Castle, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You have, I think David Omen House is just before that one.
I think it is actually.
Yeah.
But I've been there. I've been to Omen's many times.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I've had him on the show twice now because he's
a lunatic.
Well, okay. So the first time, remember when we had this talk? Because I had you on first, and we had this talk. We like, there's David Omen, and then you're like, there's David Omen. It depends on which one you get. And I had, the guy was very sweet, respectful, and then somebody in the audience asked him a question. No, actually, my husband triggered him and asked him something. He's like, a conspiracy thing. And I'm like, oh God, this is the part where everybody said, watch out. This is, and the real David come through. And, you know, a lot of people.
The real David is the nice guy.
Okay.
Well,
Now,
no,
Emmy, is he the one that those two girls, I don't know if I should say their names, but you can if you want. Those two girls that are friends with somebody had made a comment. You hope you can read between the lines.
Yes.
It was them, that he was stalking them and harassing
Okay,
them.
so you know what, Rick? Maybe you could answer this.
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot to ask David about this. So Chris Starr, do you know who she is? Okay. She was in God, if somebody can drop what she was in a not movie, a series. It was a paranormal series. I can't even think of the name at the moment.
It was
and then the other one was
series. It was so fake.
Davies. Kelly, not Kelly.
Kelsey
Davies.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly, no, it wasn't Ghost Tube. Ghost Loop. Yeah, Ghost Loop. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ghost Loop. So supposedly, they had gone to his house to do an investigation. Because I know Omar Gosh has gone to the house, but they'd never really done the investigation. And these two had said that David, after they had left, was basically stalking them, and they had to get a stalking order on him.
Yeah, that's what they both told me, and they told several people. So that's it. That was the first thing I had ever heard about the man. This was several years ago, and I was like, oh, I don't even know who the hell he is.
I was like, we're invited to go to his house. She's like, oh no.
I know. When she told me that, I'm like, wait a minute. There's something about that name. I remember hearing something.
I have to stick up for my buddy David.
You know what? I don't blame you, because you know what? These two girls are liars anyway. They lie about a lot of things anyway. So I wouldn't. Now I know this, so I don't believe a damn thing.
Well, I wouldn't call them liars because I don't know them, but I will tell you.
I will call them liars because I know.
I will tell you. I can tell you what happened. I can even tell you what happened without having known anything. David knows he has a product on his hand because his house really is haunted. And he's got that movie that he has, The House at the End of the Drive, right? Well, I had two directors with me when we came to his house, and he will actually contact them to try and, get more stuff for Hollywood and stuff like that. So he's interested in developing his brand, which everybody should be, right?
Right.
And he's not over the top about it, right? So what probably happened with these girls, knowing that they had a show, he probably just said, hey, you guys got any ideas or anything like that? And they all of a sudden we're being stalked.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
That would make sense. Now, like, hindsight is 20/20. And now that I know what I know about these particular girls, I don't believe it either, because they exaggerate and they lie about everything. And they even lied about me. They told some lies about me publicly that were not true. Things that, that I was reaching out to this one person's father, and that I was doing this and that. Just stupid
crazy
stuff. So they lie. They're liars.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. They just straight up lied about me. So I don't believe a damn thing they said about that man.
One thing I've learned in my life, if you know somebody lied about something, devalue everything else they say.
Yep.
And David's a good guy.
Okay. He is.
He has no bad intentions towards anybody. So
Well, when I had him on the show, the first
I'm kind
time.
of pissed off that people picking on David.
Yeah,
It's
Exactly.
not supposed to pick on him.
it's ridiculous.
Well,
These
when I had him
girls
on
like to pick on people, so they did it to me too. They lied about me too. So I was just hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to tell.
No, that's okay.
The reason I even brought it up is because I just wanted you to know the first time that's the first thing I ever heard about the man. But now I know where the source, the source and what they. I've learned about the girls now, so I don't believe a thing they say. So
yeah, no, I am willing to throw my hat in the ring on David's side. David's not like that.
Yeah,
he really isn't. I mean, he will try to get your attention to help him with whatever he's doing.
Right.
Which there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, nothing. What I was saying.
Yeah, and if somebody says, "I got nothing I can do with you right now," and he just lets it go.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you're not, he's a straightforward guy.
I'll have him on here. And I'll tell him all about it.
He's a great guy. But when I had him on the first show and he was promoting his book, he kind of like tucked his book in the back and just kind of sat back, and he was really cool. And
he's a good guy. Well, tell him I stuck up for him when you get him on the show.
I will. I talk to him. Every so often I go and watch his YouTube live chats. So which you need to start doing, man.
Me?
You would like to see? Yeah. Do you go watch David Omen's YouTube when he goes live?
You want to know something? Honestly, I have never watched anybody's YouTube.
Oh, dude. Okay, so we're gonna have to get you set up.
She duded me. Did you hear that?
I know.
Dude.
I got duded.
She duded
Yes, you did.
When I got up this morning, I was like, I wish a girl would dude me today. And then there it is.
And they come along with the dude.
Oh my God, that's
I'm so happy I got duded.
We got duded, you guys. Did you hear that? And we got it. Somebody needs to clip that.
That's funny. Oh my God.
You just need to have that be the intro. Oh, dude.
I know, right? Right?
Yeah.
We should have did
this. My part-time dog barking.
We should have said, "Oh, dude!"
Ah!
What happened? You did that to him.
On the full screen.
Oh God, that's too funny.
Scared old Rick.
I know it's fun to do that. When the person's looking away, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, snap!"
I was like, "Who is that handsome gentleman with the cool cap?"
Oh, Jesus.
That's just me.
Okay.
By the way, don't say anything bad about my hat. This is my family tartan from Scotland.
I think you wore that on my show.
I wear it all the time.
Are you bald?
No.
Okay, just... That's my dog snoring in the background again.
I remember we were doing a movie one time. My hair did kind of grow. You guys aren't old enough to remember this. Well, it might be because it's in reruns. I remember Link from Mod Squad.
I've heard that. I'm too young.
We were working on a movie, and I wasn't wearing a hat or anything. And Kane looks at me and he goes, "Dude, you look like Mod. Get a haircut."
Oh, Jesus.
But do I have hair? Yeah, I got a lot of hair.
You do have a lot of hair. Holy shit.
But it gets really messy.
Mine does too.
And not only that, anytime I'm on a podcast or something, my head looks like it's on fire because my hair is so white.
Are you sure it doesn't glare?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I gotta shut up.
No, I do have a glare from my hair. My hair's so white. It just kind of... I look like a giant flaming Q-tip.
Oh, my God.
No, that's why I like having people like him on the podcast. It's very family friendly.
Yeah, I like having fun people that can joke around and stuff like that. That's.
Well, I will cry after we hang up, so I just want you to know
that's okay. Don't tell nobody. God, our friends are going to. Don't do that, man. Jeez.
Emmy, look what you've done.
Dude, I've been double duded today.
Double
duded on a Saturday. I gotta give this guy credit. What was it? Yesterday, I asked you no, Thursday, I think I asked him, are you doing anything this Saturday? And he canceled all of his plans just to be on the
Really?
Patty and Emmy show.
Aw.
Oh, wrong dude.
Ah!
No, you guys,
Oh my
this guy's
God.
fantastic. You've been on Reggie and Greg's show, I believe. Or no, Reggie, you're going to be on Reggie's show. He's invited you, Reginald. God, led to the light.
Oh, led to the light.
Maybe.
Yes, because he was like, "Can you get in touch with Rick for me?"
Oh, that's
And so,
funny.
yeah, that's what I asked about. Because he was talking about you and your team, but it's more so your team throws you to us because you're the better guy. Because we love you.
Well, I am the one that is the most into ghost hunting.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, without bragging, I may have more experience than anybody in ghost hunting anywhere in the world.
Really?
Because I've been doing it for 57 years. And
Wow.
I've been going to places all around the world to ghost hunt. I've been to Australia, Switzerland, Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, Canada.
Wow.
I've been to England, London, Scotland repeatedly. I mean,
Wow.
I've been to most of the iconic places that there are.
Right, Rebecca? He needs to make his channel like yesterday.
That's going to be the name of my title, like yesterday.
There you go. And
That'll be my Luke too.
honestly, if you need any help with it,
Mhm.
I can help what I know. Patty,
Mhm.
I don't know. You don't have to take our help. I'm just offering it because
Mhm.
I feel bad. You don't have a channel. You're old.
Oh, he'll get
No, I'm
one
joking.
eventually. So that you know what, we may have the most professional ghost hunter in the world right here in front of us right
Yes.
now. From what he
You
just
know
said.
Without sounding arrogant. that may be
Arrogant.
true.
Yeah.
That may be true.
Based
Get
on
out
what
of
you
my
just said,
head.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Do you know how people describe me with ghost hunting, and I like it. After we're done, they said, "You know what? You are by far the most polite ghost hunter
Yeah.
we've ever seen."
Oh wow.
Nice.
Huh.
Because
Nice.
I tell people all the time, they say, "What's ghost hunting like?" I said, "I'm going to tell you the secret to ghost hunting." I said, first off, ghosts will read your vibe to see if you're part of their tribe. Okay. I said, second off, imagine you're at your house and you look out in your backyard and there's a little puppy that's lost and he's running around out there. What do?
You go out there and you're like, "Oh, come here, need a puppy."
Yeah, I said you talk nicely, you talk quietly, and you don't chase him. Right? It's the same with ghosts. You don't chase them, you don't hunt them, you communicate with them.
I want to.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You got a point there. I like that analogy. Yeah.
And if they like what you're putting out, they will respond.
That's true. You're right.
And I can honestly, from what you're saying, because I'm like that too. I introduce myself. I take offerings and stuff too for the spirits. And I've noticed it depends on certain people I've gone, because I've collabed with quite a few people. Like me and Patty, when we go, it's like the energy's high and fun. We make it fun, and you get that back from the spirits. And it's like they're more talkative. And then I've gone to other places, nothing, like nothing,
That happens a lot.
because somebody else's energy was a lot lower, or they're just
And you know what?
did not have that good energy.
Some of the most famous places for being haunted, I've gone there and nothing happened.
Yeah, same here. Like
And
Bobby
then
Mackey's. To me, it wasn't that haunted. I didn't
Well,
think.
I will never go to Mackey's because they treated me very poorly on the phone.
Oh wow, really?
Very poorly. And I will not go there. If they called me up and said, "I got a Learjet and I'll bring you here," sorry, thanks.
Well,
No.
they're tearing it down.
They kind of treated us badly too. We paid a lot of money to go in there and investigate this place, and I mean they were like right on us at the out, time to go, like rushing us out the door. It's like, Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Can we just get our shit so we can go? I mean, she was rushing us, and I didn't like that. I felt very rushed.
So I want to ask Rick, so what did they do to you? Like, were you calling up to try to get in, or?
Yeah, and they were just extraordinarily unfriendly.
Wow.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Wow, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
And
I
I
will
just
never
went,
go
you know
back
what?
there again either.
I mean, here's the way I do stuff. Okay, I used to have an online magazine. Now, you guys are familiar with the Birdcage Theater
Yes.
in Tombstone, very famous place. I called up, I got the manager, and I think he was one of the owners, Billy. And I said, Billy, I want to ghost hunt your place this weekend. I don't want to pay for it, and you're going to let me do it. You know? And he goes, really? I said, you want to know why? And he goes, yeah, I do want to know why. I said, because I have an online magazine, and I want to write a big article about your thing in the next issue, and, you know, I'll put you on the cover.
Wow.
Wow.
He goes, well, what day did you want to come, Friday or Saturday? And I was like,
that's pretty
so
cool.
I actually ended up ghost hunting just me and Billy, the Birdcage.
Okay.
That's cool.
Where, by the way, I did get a really astounding piece of evidence. Yeah, I went downstairs and I took my night vision camera and I put it on the banister where it could see the poker room. Okay. Now, the poker room, a lot of people may not know, had the world's longest running poker game. It's over 8 years. And I don't mean they closed the place and then they came the next day and they started. It stayed open for these guys to play for over 8 years.
Wow.
And what was funny is about 15 feet away is where the hookers had their rooms, right next to where they played. So evidently you get a big score, you go next door and get a little score, and you come back and right, you get back into the game. But all of my equipment, I had 9 pieces of equipment, and I'm not a big equipment guy, but I figured I got a really big place to cover, and it's just me and me, so I put out a whole bunch of stuff. Well, all brand new batteries, all freshly charged. Everything died within 45 minutes.
Wow.
Right? So when I got back, and it was about a month later, I was listening to this tape. Now, when I was downstairs and I left my, my night vision camera down there, as I'm walking up the stairs, I said, now this place was where Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, all those guys hung out, and a lot of people got killed in that place, right? And I just said, did you ever see anybody get killed in here? Didn't hear anything. Then I said, did you kill anybody? Didn't hear anything. So a little bit later, I hear me and Billy talking, and we're coming down the stairs. And just as we get to the bottom of the stairs, there's a Hispanic voice, which isn't surprising because back then it was mostly Mexican people in Tombstone.
Right.
So close to Mexico. But anyway, I hear this Hispanic voice, and it says, I had to.
Oh, wow.
Now, the only answer that can be is, did you kill somebody? Right?
Yeah.
So I sent that, I cut that piece out and I sent it to Billy. I said, Billy, check this out. And he goes, wow. I said, Billy, can I get back in there for like a half an hour, get down there and see if I can get some more stuff? Now, he knows I live in Hollywood. I'm 600 miles away, right? And he goes, well, he says, if you were here right now, I'd be able to get you half an hour. I said, good, open the door.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So he comes and he gets me, and I go back down there, and I'm talking. And the reason he only gave me half an hour is there was another ghost hunting group coming in. And I got down there and I started this thing. And take a guess how long it took me to get him to answer another question.
Probably within seconds. Probably instant.
38 seconds.
Wow.
I went down there. And
that's
I said,
intelligence.
Yeah. And I went down there, same voice too. And I went down there and I went, hey, I was here before. I said, and I asked you if you'd seen anybody got killed or if you had killed anybody, and you said you had to. So thanks for that. I said, and just what I'd like to know is, did you ever see anybody get killed? Because he didn't answer the other question.
Right.
And it goes, yes. I mean, as clear as a freaking bell.
I get goosebumps on this shit.
And enunciated to, yes.
Yes.
So those two pieces will be played at my presentation this weekend, coming weekend.
Wow.
I'm going to ask you, are you going to go into Shefflin Hall with?
Yes, I am actually. I was invited.
See, I knew I wanted to be there for some reason.
Are you going to be there or no?
No, I decided to go to Penhurst and stuff, but
Mhm.
yeah, I was going to actually. I was flying in. I was going to fly in, and I was going to stay with Bruce and his wife for 2 nights. But I was going to meet up with everybody Thursday because that's a special thing Thursday.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I took
Dang.
myself in my ass for that.
Uh-huh.
I would have been partying with the schmoozies there, like Rick and Amy. And
I don't get invited to any parties.
yeah, you were coming in on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. So see, there's a party going on, and I'm
That
not
was
gonna be
that was a command performance, is what that is. I don't go to parties. I don't like parties.
I don't either.
No, they're having fun, and just I hate that.
Yeah, we don't want to have fun, huh?
No,
Yeah.
I don't like seeing
No.
people like that. I want to see people sobbing and crying in the corner.
Right? Yeah.
That's a good
Tripping
time.
them.
Oh, that's
Stop
too
laughing over
funny.
there. You.
Yeah,
So
that's-
we're almost at our 2-hour mark. I didn't mean to cut you
Oh,
off.
dang.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know what? This has been amazing. There was more
Mhm.
stuff I learned about you.
Yeah.
Your stories, I could sit here all night and listen to your stories.
Well, I
And-
could tell them to you all night because, like I say, when you've been around for 57 years ghost hunting,
Yeah.
you've got a lot of them.
That's a long time right there. Yep. And are you? It sounds to me like you're like me. When I go into a place, I treat them just because they used to be human beings, just like us.
Yeah.
I treat them just like they're just another. They're there, but they're of course they're in a on the other
Well, I
side.
got to
But
give you guys. I don't mean to
I'm
cut
just-
you off because I know
that's okay.
that you're going to go here soon, but I want to give everybody a piece of advice.
Yeah.
When we run ghost adventures, sorry, Zach, ghost adventures. I love Zach. I actually coordinated his movie he did. I was a sub coordinator on it, and
Oh, wow, okay.
he was the first person I interviewed for my online magazine.
Mhm.
Very smart guy. It was like 2,000 words, and I sent it back. I said, "Tell me if you want anything done." He sent it back within 5 minutes. He says, "Can you just change this?" So I mean, the guy's sharp. He's really sharp.
Wow.
But now I forgot what I was going to say about this. But anyway,
Damn it.
we got invited back to go to the Pico House about a year after the episode showed. And I got RA to go with me, the guy who played Leatherface. And we went on this thing. And when Nick and I were downstairs, I was getting all these answers to everything on the K2 meter. And we had actually heard somebody run up some metal steps. And we got down there, and the only thing we could find were cement steps. And they had one side of the thing blocked off, so you couldn't go that because they were doing repairs. So I was telling the people about what had happened while we were down there. And the first thing the guy says, "Wait a minute, come with me." We go down there, and we go the place that we couldn't go, and you go around the corner, and there's all metal stairs. So somebody run up the metal stairs while we were there.
Oh, wow.
And the police had actually emptied the building before us.
Oh,
Really? So
So that was really cool. But I started asking the same questions that I got all the answers with when I was with Nick, and I was getting nothing. It was absolutely zilch. And then it dawned on me that the story of the Pico House is that the Mexicans, the Chinese, and the white guys, the Anglos or whatever you want to call them, had all got into a riot because the Tong had killed the Irish cop on the beat, and everybody liked him. So they went after the Asians, and there was a riot right outside. 19 people died right outside the door. So then I just went like this. I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. And I turned around and I said, "Does anybody in here speak Spanish?" And this girl goes, "I do." I said, 10 seconds after I ask a question, can you ask it in Spanish? Right? And I got my K2 out, and every time she asked, boom, the thing would light up and answer.
wow.
So if you go in some place where they speak a different language, get someone who can speak the other
Translate.
language. How
Yeah.
do you know the spirit doesn't speak English?
yeah.
The Asians wouldn't have. Most of the Mexican people wouldn't have.
No.
It's true.
So-
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's my
definitely
hot tip.
does.
Hot tip for the night.
Thank you. And so I want to ask, and would you come back on Miss Patty's show? I don't wish I should. Did I ever ask you if you'd come back on my show?
Yeah,
If not, I'm asking you.
Yeah, and then you never invited me back, you bum.
Well, dude. Okay, I'm like, dude. See, you got duded 3 times.
Oh, you got duded again.
We're going to. We're going to set you up. I'm going to book you in, man.
If you're gonna dude me again, I gotta get Viagra. That's it.
But no, I'm going to get you scheduled in and stuff. So
cool. I got to tell you guys a quick story. We were doing a movie up in Northern California, out in the Redwood Forest. And I walked in and all the girls are sitting there. I said, all right, ladies, I have something important to tell you. I said, I get these extremely bad headaches. I mean, extremely. They're worse than cluster headaches. They're worse than migraines. I said, they're just totally awful. And I have to take a couple Vicodin for them. I said, so I got up in the middle of the night. And it was just, I couldn't sleep. I was having this horrible pain. So I went over and opened up my thing, and I saw the V in the eye, and I took 2. I sat down, right? I said, and when I got up in the morning, I realized that I had taken 2 Viagra.
no, is this a true story?
Yeah, so I looked at the girls, and I said, so this was only probably about 3 hours ago. So what I would say to you is keep a good distance.
God, that's crazy.
Do not bump into me under any circumstances.
Oh my God.
I want a 10-foot circle around me. Don't touch me.
Wow. You're horrible. You know that?
All right, I got one more thing to tell you. When I was in Scotland, I was back in one of the graveyards, okay? About midnight, the fog is rolling in. There's the moon is on there. I mean, it's horror movie set, right? Yeah. And I walk around the corner, and there's 2 girls that are about 14 and 15, and they got their little arms up over their hand like this, and they look at me and they, excuse me, sir, which almost made me want to kill them, sir.
I hate that too. I have to be called ma'am. I hate that shit.
But the girls look at me and they go, we're really afraid. They said, can we walk with you? I said, of course you can. I said, I understand you being afraid. I was always afraid when I was alive. You know what I found out?
What?
Young girls can really, really run fast.
Oh my God. Well, hey, you've already said.
I did to someone one time in a cemetery, and I was dying to do this to someone, and I actually did it about a year ago. I was in a cemetery just standing in the daytime, and some people walked by and said something to me, and I go, you can see me?
Yeah, I like that one.
Should have seen the look on their faces. But I ended up telling because I started laughing. I couldn't hold it in. But be careful that you don't get a Viagra stuck in your throat, because you know what's going to happen, don't you?
You get a stiff neck.
Yes. You're going to wake up with a stiff neck.
Oh, my God.
No, actually, that story is it. I made that story up about the Viagra and the Vicodin.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty funny, though. That was pretty good.
That was funny.
I made up the one about the 2 girls, too. So.
Oh,
maybe we don't even really think you're really here. Maybe you are a ghost.
You guys do that to somebody sometime, though. If you're somewhere, and somebody's saying, you can see me?
I should. I'll do that live on camera. I'd have my little camera set right here.
Oh, never mind. It's my camera.
Well, I will say stuff like, I'll be walking with a girl, in a real dark place, and I'll say, God, I've been thinking about this ever since I got out of prison.
Oh,
that's horrible.
Oh, damn. Oh my.
And the last one for you. People always ask me, what's it like ghost hunting with Jason and Leatherface?
That would be so cool.
And I always say, they're huge guys, right? I said, and I'll be walking down, we'd be like in an old abandoned hospital. We'd be walking down this long, hallway, and I'll be up ahead, and I'll go, this is pretty cool. I've got Jason and Leatherface behind me. Wait a minute.
You're going.
This isn't going to end well for me. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, that
is so funny. Cool, though.
I know. Yeah. Wow.
Fortunately, I can outrun both of them. least I could when I had knees. Now I just be a sacrifice now.
Oh my God. You're horrible.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not the first girl that's ever said that to me. So don't get so
Probably
big.
not. I'm not gonna be the last either, huh?
No, I'm just talking about today.
Jesus.
Good day.
He's
Oh my
on
God.
a roll.
Yeah, he is
God.
on a roll.
I wish we could stay longer. But it's been 2
Yeah.
hours, and I know Patty's tired, and this is like one of the first times she's done it this long.
Yeah, I am
That
tired.
with my hand saying done it this long, that shouldn't have been like that. Let's put my hands down while I'm talking.
Well, when you say a girl hasn't done it this long before, that's not so good either.
No, you're right. It's not. Either way. But
Oh,
thank
God.
you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
you.
us tonight. We appreciate that. And
Well, I hope
course.
hope the people that are watching enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I think they did.
have.
A lot of people were chatting, and they're loving it. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know if you were seeing everything. Everybody was like loving it. Wow.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
I couldn't see the chatting people.
Yeah,
I
thanks
did.
for- it was
I did
great
see the
getting
one
to
girl
know
that
you.
popped up a lot, though. That one girl.
What one girl?
which one, girl? All of them.
Several one girls.
That
in
one
there.
right there, Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca. She's a
Rebecca.
one of our good friends. Yeah. Me
Yeah.
and her just went on an investigation together last week, I guess it was. Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
the haunted jail for the weekend.
Which jail?
Hamilton County Jail in Florida. It's the Jasper Jail.
Oh,
Very
I've never
very
really done
haunted.
anything in Florida.
Very
Oh,
haunted.
you haven't been to that?
Well, I've been to Florida, but I've never been ghost hunting. I went there back when dinosaurs were down there.
Yeah.
Hey, they still got one standing.
Right down the street from my house. Yeah.
They do, a huge dinosaur.
It's a huge fake
Oh,
dinosaur.
that must have been your pet.
on
I'm
the side of the
sorry.
road. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember seeing that dinosaur when I was a kid, riding in the back of my parents' station wagon, going down the road, and I'm like, "Oh, look at the dinosaur!" You know, it was just exciting to see it, and now I live by
Well,
it.
that's Rick's dinosaur now.
well, I just saw a dinosaur, actually two, coming back from the Paracon, out in the desert getting gas, and there was a pink brontosaurus.
Mm.
Just out in the middle of nowhere.
something like that down the road
Pink
here. There's two different
brontosaurus, yeah.
ones.
I'm waiting for a response.
It was a pink brontosaurus. I mean,
Oh my God. I was like, wait for you to tell me something else. Okay, I believe you.
no,
Look
there
what
was no
Mel just
punchline.
said.
That was it.
Look what Mel said.
Uh-oh, I lost my wife to Jason Leatherface's friend.
Her
So
wife
see,
is Rebecca.
You are becoming popular with everyone here.
Yeah.
Who? Leatherface who? Like,
Rachel, you're welcome.
yeah,
And Rebecca,
you guys
you too. All right,
definitely
I know
going
you
to have
wanna
him
go.
back on my show.
I know you want to go,
We don't want to
Yeah.
go.
and if you don't
But-
hang up right now, I'm going to take my shirt off.
Oh shit.
Hey,
All
there's
right.
there's some single ladies out here.
All right,
Patty's like,
All the single ladies. All the single ladies. Obviously,
on that-
the money my mother gave me for dancing lessons, obviously I bought a basketball with it. So, all right, well, I will talk to you guys
white
on
men
another
can't
occasion.
jump.
Yes, thank you so much. It was really nice getting to know you. Now
Yeah,
I
same
do
to
know
you.
you. When she first started talking about me, to be honest, I'm like, I don't know him. But I know I saw him on your channel before, and I would like to get to know him. You know, what the hell was that? Why
And
do I keep hearing
Look what
something?
happened. You meet new friends.
Yes, yeah, I keep hearing shit. I don't know what's going on?
Well, that
Anyway.
means I have 4 friends now. Yay!
Yay!
But you got one fan behind you.
Yeah, and you got that one fan back there.
And I have another fan downstairs.
That's right, waiting for you.
I was at a haunted place. One thing, and we'll go. I was at a
Look,
haunted.
we can't
place
go.
one
This is
time.
too
I
fun.
know. I was at a haunted place one time, and there was this truck parked out there, loaded with fans. Like somebody was recycling a whole bunch of damn fans, and I saw the fans. So I forgot who I was with, and I called him and said, "You got to come down here. There's a whole shitload of fans down here waiting to see us." You know. And who the hell? What was it? You and me? It's somebody. I
It wasn't me, but I know where you're
It's been
going
a few
with this.
years, but I don't know who I did it to. But I'm like, oh my god, this is great. So when they came down, they were expecting to,
Fans.
Who the hell was it? Anyway, I'll remember who it was. That was pretty fun.
I got to tell you guys one quick story. There's a place called Old Paulding Jail in Ohio, and I was there, and they have the sheriff is still there in spirit, right? And they have some baddies there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had been there, and I had ghost hunted there, and Kat Hobson calls me, or Lori, one of the two, I can't remember which one it was, said, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "What?" And they said, the spirits were all ganging up against the sheriff, right? It was like kind of like, a mob, right?
Right.
He says, we kept getting through our spirit boxes. Get Rick, get Rick, get Rick.
Oh my god!
From the sheriff. Yeah. I'm coming, but it's a long way from here.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
All right.
So-
Well, it's been fun, and we'll do this again sometime.
Well,
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
we will. And
We'll drop down into the basement. I don't want you to leave yet.
Okay.
So,
You drop it-
yeah, we'll just drop into the basement for an after call for a moment because I'm going to get you scheduled in, Rick.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll go ahead and drop him in there, and I'll play the exit song that I want everybody to
Everyone?
hear.
Thank you so much for coming. Much love. Thank you, Rick, for being here. I'm going to drop you down, man. Ooh,
Bye.
these little fuck. And you guys, peace out. Love you all.
Yep.
It's your floor, Patty. Oh no, wrong person.
All right, let's do this. I want you guys to hear this. Look at this new and it's kind of like an intro, it could be an outro, whatever. I want you to see this.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slow